fall of 2014, I was able to attend DCPI, which is the Dynamic Church Planning Initiative. And through a week of training, God began to birth in my heart a desire to be a church who plants other churches. Part of that mission was to set out how we would go about achieving that goal. Well, I began to think about what we could do in Owasso. We could plant a church in Catoosa, or we could plant a church out in another part of Oklahoma and figure out ways to serve the kingdom. But God began to birth in us an idea for planting Hispanic works. Through Lowell Clark in the Davenport church, God gave us $20,000 for a Hispanic associate pastor and to begin that work. And then there was a grant that was given through the Church of the Nazarene called the Hope Grant, and we received $10,000 more to begin that work. And we didn't have a pastor yet. God was birthing a church in the middle of Owasso Silver Creek that we hadn't even seen coming or knew how to host or lead. And then one Sunday afternoon during a board meeting, in walks Fabian and Teresa Carrera, and they began to tour our building because God was calling them already from North Arkansas to come to Northeast Oklahoma and help plant a church in Owasso and start the work at Silver Creek. You know, we have two congregations. We have a Hispanic congregation and an English congregation, but we're one church. And we believe that God is doing great things, and we have seen his faithfulness throughout this whole mission. The interesting thing is, I didn't see it coming. I had been to DCPI, I had planned, I had done all the stuff I was supposed to do, and yet I didn't know what God was up to. And God has surprised us in more than we could ever dream, ask, or imagine. But we're continuing to ask God, how can we be faithful with what you've given us? We want to do more, and we want to see people come to know Christ in English, Spanish, and any other language that he chooses to lead us to.